Awethu. Hayihlale phansi bamba umthetho. No, thank you very much, comrades. Those who are outside, they must come inside, comrades. We are starting. Thank you very much, comrades of Limpopo. I will understand what we are singing, but Comrade Zelo here just briefed me. So I'll join you because, yes, I was a bit confused. So comrades, Mandla, awethu, Mandla, awethu. No, thank you very much, comrades. Welcome, comrades, from all provinces who are here. The leadership of the ANC, the leadership of the ANC Youth League, our guests, our international guests who are here, Amakhosi, Abefundisi, who are also here. Comrades, you are all welcome in our 27 National Congress of the ANC Youth League. Comrades, we are going to start with our program. The President of the country is also here with us. Who is going to address us? Mandla. He is going to address us, comrades. So we need to remain disciplined. We also want to apologize. We understand there were a number of delays when we were busy with our registration, President, but our delegates now, all of them are moving towards the venue. So, Comrade President Malachi, I'll quickly invite you so that you can invite our President of the country to address us, then we proceed with our Congress. Comrade Jerry is our NEC member, our champion. He will open our Congress with a prayer. Then those who are assisting us with the sound, can you please prepare for national anthem? The provincial chair of Limpopo of the ANC Youth League, Comrade Faith. Mandla, awethu. Comrade Faith will welcome us in the province, then we proceed. Comrade Jerry.
umongameli wesizwe, umongameli we-Youth League, yonke i-leadership ekhona lapha, ndiyanibulisa egameni lesenegameni lomoya, amen. Are rapeleng mo leineng la rara le la morwalla Moibitshepo, wena morata re tshela yo molemo modimo, re kula ha o le skela mphetha la bela mpuralla modimo, re ya simolla ka tirelo modimo ya rona modimo, mme pele re simolla re bitsa wena, re kopa botlhale, re kopa matla, re kopa ketello pele mo go wena modimo, re re modimo o kile o re sikere dinaga tsotlhe tsa lefatshe go fitlha fa modimo, re re tanki gabedi, tanki gararo ya leboga modimo, re simolla tirelo ya rona, ra re etelle pele modimo, re thibela mea e maswe modimo, re re modimo re a itse ha o le teng hleng ya rona modimo, a gona o poka re emelang kgatlhanong, ke gona re re mona sara yo molemo, re etelle pele, re rapela sengwe le sengwe se tla iragala fa modimo a se nne ka fa tlase ya taolo ya gago modimo, e kile wa re ruta barutwa ba gago go rapelwa, ba ruta thapelo ya morena wa re rara wa rona yo kwa legodimong, leina la gago a le itshepisiwe, puso ya gago a etle, go rata ga gago a go dirwe kwa lefatsheng jaaka go dirwa kwa legodimong, mme o re fe gompieno sejo sa rona sa malatsi a otlhe, o se re gogele mo melekong, o re gogele mo thaelong, mme o re golle mo bosuleng, go nne le thata le moya gago ke tsa gago le jaana ka bosena bokhutlo, amen.
Comrade Jerry. Comrade Faith, where are you? Our provincial chairperson of ANC Youth League in Mpumalanga, to officially welcome us.
Long live ANC Youth League, long live. Eita President Matamela, Eita President Colin, Eita Manta. Thank you very much, DP. No, you meant to say the chair of Limpopo. Hi, Moral. Hi, discipline. Greetings to the President of the ANC, Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa. Greetings to the NEC members that are here of the ANC, the Provincial Secretary of the ANC in Limpopo, our ever-energetic Ruben Madache. and the PC officials that I'm seeing that are accompanying him. Greetings to the president of the ANC Youth League, Mina Noko Sitlogolo sa Sekwaudimo, Mutuabu Matume, second champion Damzala, the NEC members of the 26th National Executive Committee, different provinces that are here as led by their provincial executive committees and RECs, and all branch delegates that are present. Ki bone ba mushate wa bakoni ba dikgale ba bina tshantshagane ra le tamisha le ba le tsamayang le bona magoshi ka moka le gona fa ba re goshi o na le ba ishago madume go bona jale ka gore le hone ke nna ke hostileng ke tla tamisha. Today we gather at this 27th National Conference for the first time in Limpopo and on the land of the late President Peter Mokaba. The ANC's League was not created out of convenience. It was born out of struggle. It was born with a strong belief that young people must be in the forefront, driving change and organizing all the young people. We take this opportunity to welcome you all in the province of Mama Charlotte Mateke, President Sandra Baloyi, the province of President Franz Mokhala, Collins Chabane, and many other fallen leaders from this province. As we carry forward the legacy of the organization, it is important that we understand that the young people are the power of the nation, and no revolution can succeed without their courage. President Mugabe once said during a time of great change for South Africa, when he reminded us that the struggle continues and victory is certain. Today, we need to embrace those ways again, because the challenges facing young people in this country, young people in this province, have taken new forms and present new dangers, more especially when we are here on the land of President Damkab. We want to urge this conference to robustly engage on the challenges that are confronting our young people, because they are very serious and they can no longer be ignored. Youth unemployment continues to strip our people of dignity and hope, and in many communities from across the country, young people, they still wake up each day to closed doors and answered calls. They are qualified, but they are excluded. Some are skilled, but are unsupported. Others are willing, but they are never here. The Youth League needs to take a clear stance so that all of us we can be able to shape the country and its future. This conference should also resolve to push for active youth employment. The issues also of substance abuse is destroying many families. Drug dependency is no longer a hidden crisis. It needs to be given an attention that it needs. From nyaope to alcohol misuse, we're losing far too many young people. We must strengthen our community rehabilitation programs, and we must build a youth league that is going to mobilize youth groups to reclaim all our streets and protect all the young people. We cannot also call ourselves revolutionaries while women live in fear in our communities, in our homes, in our schools, in our campuses, and in our streets. Gender-based violence is not only a women's issue, it's everyone's issue. We also must echo Walter Sisulu's words when he said that freedom is meaningless unless women are fully free. This conference must resolve on strong resolutions that we need to secure the safety of women and children. Young people are also facing serious battles, silent battles fighting depression, anxiety, suicide, and financial stress. This youth league must act as a shield and advocate for programs that intensify support for mental health awareness and youth wellness. Also, this conference marks a very serious turning point since it is held here in our province. And as Nelson Mandela said, sometimes it takes on a generation to be great. Our generation must choose greatness. Let this conference be remembered for what the youth of this country is going to enter to gain when we depart here on Thursday. Let this conference be a moment of absolute renewal of the ANC, filled with discussions that deepen ideas, not divisions, as we deepen our unity of the ANC League. We owe it to many unemployed young people, many students that are looking up to us. We owe it to the future generations that will one day ask us, what did we do when young people were faced with unemployment, when young people were faced with drugs, poverty, and violence. In conclusion, DP, we, in honor of those that came before us, and for the sake of those who will come after us. And as Makati once sang, that December yedi buya Limpopo, mawufuna ubumnandi, gibela uze Limpopo, zuyatifa Limpopo, Matla.
Thank you very much, Comrade Faith, the provincial chairperson of Limpopo. Thank you very much for welcoming us in the province. Yes, you are correct. We've been here from Saturday. Mawufunubumnandi was Limpopo. Without wasting time, Comrade, I will welcome the president of the ANC Youth League so that he can introduce the president of the ANC, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, who's within us. Comrade Colin, can you please come closer?
Manja, Amanja, away two, Amanja, away two, Inzi Malaysia, Inzi Malaysia. Sizozabalas, tambo tambo sizozabalas, Inzi Malaysia. Manja, away two. Viva the ANC Youth League, the ANC Youth League, viva! Viva the ANC, viva! Uzoyithola kanjani? Shele khoneni. Uzoyithola kanjani? Ungaye esikolweni. Thank you very much, Comrade Deputy President. I think we must first start by apologizing to the president for starting late. You are supposed to have addressed us at 3:30. We are way behind schedule. due to problems known by us and created by us. They were not created by the president of the ANC. Now, comrades, without a waste of time, because I've agreed with the president that by 6 he will be released to conditions that we know. Now, I'm introducing to you, comrades, the former GS of NUM, the former SG of the ANC. I think when he was SG, he was around 34, if I'm not sure, or 38. The former deputy president of the ANC, the current president of the ANC, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa, re mo rata kaofela, re tsamaya le ena, we molo molo. Ramaphosa, re mo rata kaofela.
Amandla. Amandla. Viva ANC, viva. Forward with the ANC youth, forward. Roar, young lions, roar. Thank you, Comrade Colin, for the introduction. It's good to be here, and it's good to see all of you. I know that some provinces are still to arrive, but I can already feel the vibe that is here, that you are going to have a good conference. So let me extend my greetings to the entire leadership of the ANC Youth League, both at national level, at provincial level, and all the delegates who are here present. And of course, extend my greetings to the leadership of the ANC, as represented by members of the National Executive Committee, members of the Provincial Executive Committee, led by Comrade Madaje, and the leadership of our leagues, the ANC Women's League, led by the President of the ANC Women's League, Comrade Sisisi Tolashe, and the leadership of the ANC Veterans League, led by Comrade Snuki Zigalala, and the leadership of the various components of the Alliance, the Progressive Youth Alliance, but I'd also especially want to greet the leadership of this university, the University of Limpopo, which we used to call the University of the North, the University of Tefluop, and greet the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mahlo Mokhalong, as well as the incoming Chancellor, Dr. Jeffrey Mabelebele, who's going to be the new Chancellor, but also to greet my former students I used to be a student at this university some 52 years ago. And it's been a real joy to see some of the people that I was at university with at this very campus. And they were reminding me of how in 1974, having led and participated in the celebrating the Frelimo rally, the independence of Mozambique, we held a rally in support of Frelimo, and the president of the SRC was arrested. And we went to have him released at the police station, Mankweng police station here, and that's where I was arrested. So there's a lot of memory that there is in this university. Comrades, without wasting much time, it is a real honor to have this opportunity to address you at the 27th National Congress of the ANC Youth League. This Congress also coincides with the commemoration of the formation of Umkhonto Wesizwe on the 16th of December, which we will also celebrate tomorrow. Our movement owes a great deal to the revolutionary and fighting spirit of young people. And in that same breath, I also want to greet the former leaders of the ANC Youth League who are here today. And they've come in their great numbers. That is something that you must celebrate. That the former leaders of the ANC Youth League have honored you with their presence here. And they have come not to interfere in what you will be discussing here, but they have brought history, and you must celebrate that. And you must be pleased that they are still feeling youthful. When I look at them, a number of them who are here, they are still young, they are still agile, and they are still as young as many of you are. So you must celebrate them and be grateful that they are here amongst you. And they still, so you know, exhibit that revolutionary spirit that has always been common among members and leaders of the ANC Youth League. The ANC has just concluded our own very successful 5th National General Council, where we reaffirmed to strive together, sparing neither strength nor courage until the democratic changes set out in the Freedom Charter have all been achieved. I therefore address your Congress in the firm resolve of the NGC that we must all work to see the fundamental renewal of our society and the fundamental renewal of the African National Congress. We must work to ensure that our nation becomes renewed and becomes a nation that no longer just aspires to be a non-racial, non-sexist, democratic, and prosperous nation, but becomes exactly that. The NGC reflected on 30 years of democracy, assessed the balance of forces and the current conjuncture of the times that we lived in. It characterized the nature of crises before us and the implications for the national democratic revolution, and determined what should be done as a nation, as a movement, to address some of these challenges that we face in this current period. The NGC also served to assess the efficacy and the effectiveness of our policies and programs and how to unite, to strengthen, as well as how to renew our movement to respond to the challenges and opportunities of our times. The NGC stressed that even as we face challenges, we must see those challenges as also giving us opportunities to turn not only our movement around, but our country around. Having done all that, the declaration of the NGC said that despite progress, the NDR is at the crossroads, and it requires that fundamental transformation should be embarked upon to advance and accelerate our own organization's renewal, and that for it to be sustained, it must go hand in hand with national rejuvenation and renewal. And it should do so in 4 areas. Firstly, the renewal of the ANC as the leading agent of change to ensure that we rebuild the leadership of the African National Congress. We strengthen organization and enhance ideological capacity to drive transformation. Secondly, the national renewal and rejuvenation must be anchored by an effective developmental plan for growth and social equity. And that should be underpinned by action that must be taken to re-industrialize our economy for mass employment creation and to transform the racialized and the gendered patterns of ownership of the resources of our country. It must also build productive rural areas, advancing land and agrarian reforms. It must focus also on urban centers that should be used as drivers of economic growth and innovation. It must also build safe communities, quality basic services, climate-smart infrastructure, and a state that is effective, trusted, and ethical. And part of this will include strengthening local government through the Local Government Action Plan and assisting our communities that are negatively affected by recent decisions that many of our local government entities take. Thirdly, we should focus on nation building, social cohesion, and the empowerment of our people. We should do this to unify society behind the cause of transformation that is manifested in a better life for all. And fourthly, we must navigate a complex global situation to protect and to advance our national interests and the African agenda amid global shifts that many of us are seeing unfolding. And in renewing our movement as an agent of change, the ANC should develop a renewal and rejuvenation action plan that is based on the recommendation from the 5th NGC. So the young lions that all of you are must devote part of the time at this Congress to develop your own contribution to our movement's overall program of renewal in these 4 areas that I have articulated. And in developing your contribution, you as delegates to this conference must redefine for yourselves how the ANC Youth League can more effectively mobilize young people behind the African National Congress, and how you should do it effectively to champion the interests of young people. The renewal that we are talking about gives rise to a number of tasks, and you at this conference must focus on the tasks that you have as the ANC Youth League to mobilize the young people of our country behind the African National Congress, and how you, as the ANC Youth League, should be seen to be championing the interests of young people in our country. Now, that gives you a very broad agenda of what you need to do. And delegates to this conference must also strategize about programs you should embark upon together with the mother body on political education to intensify renewal and make sure that the ANC Youth League is grounded more firmly amongst the young people in our country. Young people in our country are hungry to find a home. Young people in our country want direction. And you are the closest agent of change. You are the closest mobilizer to bring young people together and to champion the interests of young people. You can do it. It is you as the ANC Youth League who next year must mobilize young people in their millions to come behind the African National Congress. As shown by young people's contributions and participation during the NGC. And let me say that one of the novel and wonderful experiences we had at the 5th NGC of the ANC was the participation of young people. There were more young people than ever before. And those young people were not disruptive. They were young people who demonstrated that they had prepared to participate in the NGC. They had read the base documents of the NGC. They had analyzed those documents, or that document, and they came to the NGC armed with clear positions. And they argued those clear positions calmly, intelligently, effectively, purposefully, and directfully. They did all that to demonstrate to us that the ANC Youth League has come of age and it is ready to lead. I was very impressed. And when we closed the NGC, I did comment that the delegates who came to the NGC were well prepared, well read, and all that. But I must give you another feather in your cap. You were, as the ANC Youth League delegates, the better prepared at the NGC. And it showed us and demonstrated to us that you are ready to take on the responsibility for your own future and for the country's future. Like the generation of young lions before you, similar to the generations of Madiba, Comrade Nelson Mandela, Anton Lembede, and that of Peter Mokaba, the youth continue to show that they are ready to take action and will make change happen. So we look forward to you to bring about change. And we can cast our eyes to the youth of the 40s, the 1940s. They are the ones who argued and came forward with the proposal that the ANC should have a program of action which exploded in the 1950s, which led to the ANC becoming more militant, which led to iconic documents